10. Most beautiful places on planet Earth. Imagine waking up one morning and realizing there are places on Earth so stunning that even the world's best photographers struggle to capture their full beauty. Places where the colors look unreal, where the silence feels alive, and where you catch yourself staring at the landscape wondering how nature ever pulled this off. Today, we are diving into those places, the ones that make you pause your entire life for a moment because their beauty hits you harder than any travel brochure ever could. These are the most beautiful places on our planet, the spots that travelers dream about, that movies try to imitate, and that remind you the world is far more magical than we sometimes remember. So let us wander through them together, and yes, stay with me, because each destination is more breathtaking than the last. Milford Sound, New Zealand. Milford Sound feels like nature showing off, with mountains so steep and dramatic they look carved by giants rather than shaped by glaciers. When you first arrive, there is this overwhelming sense of scale, like the cliffs rise higher than your expectations and the water stretches farther than your eyes can handle. Some travelers mention the moody weather can seem unpredictable, but strangely, the mist and rain make the fjord even more cinematic, almost like the clouds decided to join the scenery as special effects. The best part is how calm everything becomes once you're on the water. The sound turns into this giant amphitheater of nature, where even your own breathing feels quiet. It is the kind of place that sticks in your memory long after you've left, because nothing else looks or feels quite like it. Banff National Park, Canada. Banff looks like someone took every shade of blue, green, and white, stirred them together, and decided to paint mountains, lakes, and forests with a color palette that should not exist naturally, but somehow does. Lake Louise and Moraine. Lake alone feel like they were created to make postcards jealous, and the surrounding peaks give the whole area this majestic presence that is both peaceful and powerful. A lot of visitors say the only challenge is choosing where to look first, because everything competes for your attention at the same time. But once you settle into the quiet rhythm of the park, even the crowded viewpoints feel intimate, as if nature is personally inviting you to slow down and breathe. Santorini, Greece. Santorini is the kind of place that looks exactly like the photos, but feels completely different in person. The whitewashed houses glow in the sun, the blue domes shine brighter than you expect, and the cliffs drop down into a sea so calm it looks almost painted. People sometimes worry it will feel too touristy, but the moment you catch your first sunset over the caldera, everything else fades away and the island becomes this dreamy, glowing world where time moves slower. Walking through the narrow streets, you feel this warm blend of ancient charm and modern beauty, and even simple moments, like sitting with a coffee, become surprisingly cinematic. Patagonia, Chile and Argentina. Patagonia is one of those places where every view feels like a reward for simply standing there. The jagged peaks, wind-swept plains, blue glaciers, and impossibly clear lakes come together in a landscape that feels both wild and gentle at the same time. Travelers sometimes talk about how unpredictable the weather can be, but the changes add a dramatic effect, like the sky is constantly remixing the scenery. Every step here feels like stepping into a wide-open dream, the kind where the world feels bigger, your thoughts feel quieter, and the horizon feels almost endless. Bora Bora, French Polynesia. Bora Bora is like nature's version of luxury design, with turquoise waters so clear you can see your shadow on the ocean floor and mountains rising behind the lagoons like they were placed there for perfect symmetry. Some visitors say the beauty almost feels unreal at first because the colors are too intense, but after a while your eyes adjust and the whole island starts to feel like a calming spa for your mind. Even the simplest activities, like watching the sunrise over the water, turn into moments you know you will remember forever. It is peaceful, warm, and almost dreamlike in how perfectly everything blends together. The Amalfi Coast, Italy. The Amalfi Coast has this magical mix of dramatic cliffs, colorful villages, and shimmering water that makes every corner look like a painting. Driving along the coastline feels like navigating a ribbon wrapped around a mountain, with views that appear suddenly and steal your attention before you even have time to react. Some travelers mention the roads can feel a bit intense, but honestly, the scenery makes you forget everything else because it is that captivating. The atmosphere has this warm, lively charm that makes you want to stay longer than you planned, especially when the sunsets cover the entire coastline in gold. The Great Barrier Reef, Australia. The Great Barrier Reef feels like stepping into a world within a world, a living, breathing underwater universe full of color, movement, and life. The coral gardens stretch like underwater forests, and the fish move around you with this effortless grace that makes you feel like you're visiting their home, not just observing it. People sometimes worry it won't look as bright as photos, but once you're in the water, the colors come alive in a way screens can't capture. The reef reminds you how vast and beautiful the planet is beneath the surface, where everything feels peaceful and mesmerizing. Swiss Alps, Switzerland. The Swiss Alps have a kind of beauty that feels clean, crisp, and almost too perfect, like nature planned every angle with thoughtful precision. Snow-covered peaks tower over green valleys. Lakes reflect mountains like mirrors, and every village looks like it belongs on the cover of a winter storybook. Some visitors say the scale can be overwhelming at first because everything looks so grand, but the calmness of the mountains slowly settles into you. Whether you are standing on a mountaintop or walking through a quiet alpine meadow, the scenery wraps around you like a soft, refreshing breath. Plitvice Lakes, Croatia. Plitvice Lakes is one of those rare places where water becomes the main character. Cascading waterfalls connect bright turquoise lakes, and wooden walkways let you glide across the landscape like you are floating. The sound of the water creates this soothing atmosphere that makes the whole park feel like a natural sanctuary. Sometimes there are lots of visitors, but the beauty of the lakes is so captivating that everything else becomes background noise. It is a place where color and movement blend so perfectly that you almost forget you are still on Earth. Bali, Indonesia. Bali has this unique combination of lush rice terraces, volcanic mountains, deep forests, and calm beaches that creates a sense of harmony you can feel the moment you arrive. There is a softness in the air, a calm energy, and a beauty that comes from both nature and culture blending together effortlessly. Some travelers worry it will feel too busy, but even the busiest areas have pockets of quiet charm where you can just sit, breathe, and take everything in. Bali's beauty is not loud or overwhelming. It is warm, grounding, and deeply peaceful in a way that stays with you long after you leave. If you enjoyed exploring these incredible places with me, make sure to like the video, leave a comment about which destination surprised you the most, and subscribe so you can join me on the next journey across our amazing planet. Your support keeps this channel growing and helps more people discover the beauty our world has to offer.